Sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10. Man, sit your ass down.
Yes! This is gonna be a big one because we've been going for a couple weeks and we got a lot of sit your ass to come down on. So
you got a lot of what?
Yeah, sit your ass
you got
down.
A lot of sit to come down on.
Come down on. You gotta come down on.
Oh, he's coming down on booties.
Yes. Wow, that's where you took it. This is we're giving people the credit for being dumb. I don't know how to say this. Even
just say it.
Please sit y'all ass down.
You just gotta come out and say it.
Some people, man, some people deserve that smoke.
Some people deserve more than smoke.
But these are the inexcusable people. These are the ones who just got too much going on. Got too much dip on your chip. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Tap you on the shoulder. Man, sit your ass down. Now, this first one, I have to just toss this one out here because this is just plain not safe. I don't have a person directed to this, but if you did it and under the sound of my voice, you know who you are. COVID parties. Look, this ain't the chicken pox, guy. What a COVID party is like, let's say somebody got COVID-19. So what they do, they have a party in that person's honor, I guess.
I got a perfect example.
I guess.
You ever like when
like
one
pox.
kid had chicken pox, like okay,
yeah.
Well, we about to let them all get it and get it over with.
See, here's the deal with COVID parties versus the chicken pox. COVID parties,
there's a vaccine for chicken pox.
We don't know that shit. With chicken pox is very few people who in lifetime total who's ever died from chicken pox. Very few.
It does happen because it was based on like an allergic thing.
Versus COVID. You playing with something you don't know about, and that has been proven to be a lie. Like, you can't get it twice. Bullshit. Yeah, you can. So, ask Caleb Braxton. Shout out WWE. But these COVID parties, man, y'all want to hold a party. Everybody want to get COVID. So that means everybody, you making this weird infection stew. Meaning, if I go to the COVID party, now I got COVID. Now the people I confront on a daily basis, they may have COVID. It's all fucked up. So people hosting COVID parties, sit y'all ass down. Next, sit your ass down. It ain't gonna be 3 this week. It's a lot more because we took some time off, and this hurt me. The next, sit your ass down. Go to Glenn Jacobs. Now, hold on, stay with me. Stay with me. People who don't know who Glenn Jacobs is. Glenn Jacobs is the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
Also known.
Just stay with me, please. Just stay with me.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Knox County, Tennessee mayor said, "You know what? I'm voting against wearing masks due to the coronavirus outbreak in public places. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But you should not be hindered to a mask."
Indeed, you
in
should.
Knox County, Tennessee. If you want to go to the store, you don't have to wear a mask. If you want to go to Home Depot, you want to go wherever you're going, whatever. If you want to wear a mask, cool. You don't have to wear a mask. You know, that's up to you. It don't matter. We're not putting the mandate out. And if you get sick, you get sick. Now, here's the problem with Glenn Jacobs. A lot of people don't know Glenn Jacobs' alter ego is the WWE superstar known as Kane.
Yep.
And Glenn Jacobs' WWE persona was known for wearing a fucking mask. Legitimately, every Kane match, just about, he has a few where he didn't wear a mask.
Wow.
But when he wasn't wearing the mask, the biggest question was why isn't he wearing the mask? Glenn, let me bring it down. I feel if I bring it down, it's a help.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you, what's your best Kane memory out of the WWE? What's your best Kane?
I just always liked his entrance. It always turned red.
Hellfire and Brimstone, King, yeah. Let me tell you something. I've been coming to pocket with y'all. 2001, Kane entered the Royal Rumble at number 5 and competed for over 54 minutes
Jesus.
in full uniform.
With the mask?
With the mask. And in that same sitting, he set a record in WWE with 11 eliminations in the Royal Rumble. A very non-socially distant Rumble. He eliminated Stone Cold, Triple H, amongst others. And he did that wearing the mask. Now, we're in 2020, and my man Kane can't go to a goddamn Walmart talking about some don't wear a mask. Kane, if you don't sit your ass down, your claim to fame was wearing a mask. Hellfire and Brimstone, King. Hellfire and Brimstone. What was it? The devil's favorite demon, Kane. I'm sitting back and I'm thinking about all my WWE shit. And my man can't wear a mask. Can't sit your ass down. Sorry. Glenn Jacobs. Sit your ass down. The next sit your ass down. Here we go. I think I had to go here because I like this guy. But sit your ass down. Don't discriminate. Care if you like him or not. The Sacramento Kings, Richard Holmes, breaks the NBA bubble. Now, as we talked about it a little bit earlier, when you go to Orlando, you are in quarantine for 48 days. And then you can roam around the premises just to make sure you ain't got COVID. Sacramento Kings player Richard Holmes broke the bubble because Orlando, the facility, you are in a NBA bubble, so nobody get COVID. He broke the bubble just days after arriving in Orlando. Now, you may be thinking, hey, did he have a family emergency like Zion? Zion had to go off and with his family. We talked about Avery Bradley a couple weeks ago. We talked about all the reasons that you can break the bubble, don't come back, socially acceptable, however it works.
Was you going to go on quarantine if you come back?
Yeah, you're on quarantine for 10 days. 14 days.
I thought they cut it down to 7 now.
Still 10.
Some people.
I think the lowest is 10.
Okay.
All players, like I said, when you get to Orlando, has a mandatory 48-hour quarantine. Not Richard Holmes. He broke that bubble. Not for family emergency, your kids, your wife, whatever. Not like Zion. Zion went for his family, and that makes sense. He broke this bubble to pick up a Grubhub delivery. I want to let that sit there. You know the Grubhub guy could have walked and handed you your shit. The Grubhub guy could have put it on the ground inside the bubble. Worst case scenario, it would have been this. Grubhub came through. The Grubhub delivery person is under the 14-day quarantine. But not you. Anyone who breaks the bubble, especially after being initially cleared, faces a 10-day mandatory quarantine. So, when the league found out about this Grubhub delivery, a mandatory 10-day isolation. League start next week. Richard Holmes, was it worth it? I gotta know what you grew up to. Now I get it. J.R. Smith was talking that
Maybe
shit.
he got some lobster tails and stuff.
Okay, he was talking that shit
That's worth it.
about it. You know, this ain't up to par or whatever. But my man, this your job. This your livelihood. We talked about it in the last podcast, the previous podcast, and we said this. Look, some people are faced with this option. Can you deal with this? If you can't, don't show up. And the NBA was very transparent about that. Richard, man, sit your ass down. Over Grubhub, my man. What you get? I don't know. A couple tacos, burger. Chill. Nah, you out. That is legitimately $1 million burger.
At that point, yeah.
Because you ain't hooping, so man, sit your ass down. My next sit your ass down is something that's been grasping at your knees, at your ankles. You've been wanting to talk about this. This is why I sit your ass down. Next sit your ass down. Go to Terry Crews. Terry Crews leads the charge.
Yeah, swig of my beverage.
Which is non-alcoholic, which is like so
I have
off-brand.
here, I'm drinking pomegranate antioxidant super tea in the flavor of pomegranate honey green tea.
For the record,
It's
you
very
understand
good.
that's so off-brand over here.
Whatever, you have one sitting here too.
I have one, but
Hashtag not sponsored.
what am I actually drinking?
You're drinking booze, but we
All right,
still
then.
have my pomegranate tea. I'm not a booze hound.
Let me
like you
break
guys.
down Terry Crews. While activist organizations like Black Lives Matter are fighting to defund the police, Terry Crews has decided to take a stance against Pornhub.
What did Pornhub do to you?
Yeah, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The entertainer, who is no stranger to making headlines for his views, making waves once again after posting a tweet on Tuesday that simply read, defund Pornhub, fight the new drug. His hashtag, fight the new drug, references a non-profit that aims to provide awareness of pornography's harmful effects not only towards science, facts, and personal accounts. The organization also makes it clear that it's not affiliated with any religion or political party. While on the surface, Crew's message has good intentions, his followers quickly pointed out that Pornhub isn't a publicly funded, nor does it receive government money. His crusade to defund the site, therefore, doesn't make any sense, and makes light of the current defund the police social justice campaign sparked in the wake of George Floyd's murder. Yeah, see, that's kind of the point. You're ruining one campaign, which is awesome, defund the police. And defund the police doesn't mean take away money from the cops. It means let's put more money in social justice programs, whether it be therapists, whether it be social
Yes,
workers,
because
whether it be whatever.
The police departments are more funded than education. That's what it's about.
As far as Pornhub,
What did
let me break it down. Let me break it down.
What Terrence Crews,
Ooh, you want to go there?
Rebecca's husband?
You want to take this? You know what? I blame more Rebecca than Terry, but Terry's getting to sit your ass down.
Honestly, I think she more blacker than him.
Hold on. Here's what I said.
Always, you know what? My thing with Terry Crews, he's always throwing up the fact that he has a biracial wife.
Which is
Most
cool.
of us have biracial relatives or something. Most of us do. But that don't give you the right to be a jerk. And you want to die on this hill trying to be a... In my opinion, you're trying so hard to make fetch happen. And when I say that, I mean, you want to buck up the system. You want to be that black guy that's speaking a different tone instead of listening to the voices of your people.
All right. You want to take that route?
I'm taking that route. And then you bring Pornhub into it.
There we go.
Terrence, if people want to watch Pornhub, let them beat their meat to their Pornhub.
But that's kind of my point.
Pornhub ain't done nothing to
All
nobody.
right. I just want to say this. This is a personal thing. Pornhub is this.
So we got other websites that we watch too.
Okay.
Just want to put that out.
I just want to put this. Here's my deal with Pornhub. For starters, you can't defund it because it's privately funded.
Yeah, it's not like
It's based
it's not
on
like
the
the
user.
lotto dollars are going to fund Pornhub because the porn industry, you know, it's a multi-million-dollar industry.
But it's privately funded based on, you know, however you want to get down. I am a married man. And as a married man, I am not getting sex as though I thought I would.
How often do you expect?
Excuse me.
No. Excuse me.
Let's put it in there.
You called me out right there.
Yeah. You won't.
How often do you expect to have the sex?
First of all, you talked about your entanglements at the start of this podcast.
I don't have
Let's
an
get
entanglement. I don't have an entanglement.
of what could happen.
I'm just saying, cut up.
Hold on. All I'm getting at is this. I'm not getting it at the rate you whatever you think the rate I'm getting it, cut it in half. But my point is, it's still private. It's privately funded. Me and my wife have enjoyed some of the cinematic treats on Pornhub.
We do not watch Pub.
Yeah, on Pornhub. But the key is, it's privately funded. We've seen things to spark shit in our world. You can't defund it because legitimately, in the middle of a pandemic, and I want to say this, I don't care what sexual orientation you fall under, Pornhub ain't hurting nobody.
Hub ain't never did nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
They got something for everybody's taste on there.
Legitimately.
Don't be going on there looking for kids, you little nasty perverts.
I will say this. Even in the categories.
Can you get Pornhub as a sponsor?
They reached out. I don't really want them as a sponsor.
We should do that.
But I will say this. You can't
Hub in our lives.
cry about like defunding because they're not doing anything wrong.
You can't defund something that your tax dollars is not funding.
Exactly.
And when you say defund things, as an American people, when we say defund the police, defund this thing that's not working for us that our tax dollars is funding. That's what that means.
And we are going to put the
My
other
tax
money.
dollars does not go to Pornhub. Only thing that gets money from Pornhub is our internet every month.
Yeah, our internet and my $12 a month because I have a premium subscription.
Why are you paying for premium and it's free?
Ma'am,
It's free.
there are other things on the
Premium is free. Why are you paying for it right now?
No, there are other things. And we'll show you after this podcast.
You don't got to show me. I'm good.
But there are other things. But at the end of the day, I will say this. As far as mental health, as far as all this other good stuff, that's a different.
If I put it like this,
Terry.
no. Let me say this.
Oh, please.
I am calling out to Terrence Cruz's children, his wife Rebecca. His grandkids if he have some.
Stop them.
Do you all a favor? Let's defund Terry Cruz's Twitter. When I say defund, I mean deactivate. Take Terrence Cruz's phone from him.
At the Chance the Rapper thing, I thought you would learn.
Chance the Rapper, nobody was getting on his bandwagon. You know what he did?
Oh, we straight.
He shut up.
No, well, here's the deal with Chance.
I really think.
Hold on, wait. Well,
I'll say this. I really think Terrence Crews is just doing this for shock value at this point.
Hold on, but here go my thing about Terry Crews.
Terrence, he's no longer Terry. He's Terry.
No, he's Terry. I still fuck with him. That's my guy.
Just because you're watching my Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Amongst other things. But here go why I say this is my guy. I think this is a dude. I don't know if he's doing it for shock value. I don't know. It's not my bag. But what I'm saying is with Terry Crews, and I fucks with Terry Crews. The reason you gonna sit your ass down is for this. You didn't take the hint. Chance the Rapper went on his tirade about Kanye being president, and we'll get in that in a minute. And but the whole thing is, he said why. Chance was asking the question as an inquiry. Why is this happening? Mm-hmm. And then when people broke it down, and Terry Crews kind of like gave him a thumbs up on that. Chance did this. Oh shit. Terry Crews agreed with me. I gotta get out of here. So if somebody say like, if you agree with me and you agree with me and I do this, oh, I gotta get up out of here. Mm-hmm. Look at yourself. That's all I'm getting at. Terry Crews.
Terrence.
Sit your ass down.
Whew. That stressed me out.
It's a lot.
That stressed me out.
Like, don't get me wrong. He's done other shit, but this
and here's the thing.
This one in particular,
I respect.
I think he's
Crews
awesome
as a human, but he is saying some very divisive.
I ain't never seen a person who need to go back to work.
Like, if you can't, I didn't say you have to bandwagon everything your people do, but at the same time, you don't have to be.
I got you. I got you. Next, sit your ass down.
There's more,
and it's fucked because I like these guys.
You got more?
Oh yeah, we've been going for 3 weeks.
All right.
I like these guys. Lady Antebellum. I kind of sort of called this in the last podcast.
Lady A.
The last Real Talk podcast.
Lady A.
Lady Antebellum is suing Anita White because they now have the same stage name. That's bullshit. But let's get into it.
It's a word. It's a word.
Hold on. You gotta stay with me. You gotta stay with me. A few weeks ago, the band formerly known as Lady Antebellum announced that they are changing their name to Lady A to disassociate themselves from racist connotation that come from their former name. Makes sense. Antebellum, Alabama South. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
While the decision is understood by most, I am not part of that because I said in the last podcast, especially in the wake of these nationwide Black Lives Matter protests, it was pointed out that there was already an artist that goes by the name of the Lady A. Anita White, a.k.a. Lady A. Lady A has been going by the name since the late 80s. And today, the Hollywood Reporter reported that Lady A, the band, formerly known as Lady Antebellum, filed a lawsuit against Lady A, the solo singer,
who's had that established name,
for use of the aforementioned name. Today we are, and I quote, "Today we are sad to share that our sincere hope to join the aforementioned name. Today we are together with Anita White in unity, and common purpose has ended. She and her team have demanded a $10 million payment. So reluctantly, we have come to the conclusion that we need to ask a court to affirm the right to continue the use of the name Lady A as a trademark that we've held for many years."
Y'all may as well go back to Lady Antebellum.
Now, here's where it comes to sit your ass down. No, I said
it! The definition of Antebellum.
Okay, I want you to go.
I'm just reading the definition of it so I can understand
Okay. I said in the last podcast that we did, and I am not shitting on Kim McVicker. That was an interview we wanted to put up to show we ain't dead. But, hold on, Antebellum is this. Antebellum is a time period. In that time period.
Let me read the exact definition so we're clear.
Oh, please, go ahead.
The adjective is
use on the
occurring or existing before a particular war, especially the American Civil War.
Tell me when you're ready. I said it. Antebellum is a time period. Now, what happened is fucked during that time period. But at the same time, y'all ain't never did no racial shit. Y'all really should not change your name. But I say to you, if you're coming after a person who chose the trademark that you wanted to do decades later, that's a problem with you, not them. So Anita White is way more privileged than this.
If I'm not mistaken, she was singing in the 80s. That means she was established well before Lady Antebellum.
Exactly. That means Anita White turned into Lady A, and I'm being generous, in the late 70s. So, with that said, by you seeing this Black Lives Matter movement, holding the conscience up to yourself, y'all just railroading this lady. Because you aren't Lady A. You want to be Lady A, but you are not Lady A right now. Right now, there was somebody, they already tap you on the shoulder. Hey, there's a lady A out there. Sit your ass down. It's hard to be against Black Lives Matter. Excuse me. It's hard to be for Black Lives Matter, and then you immediately sue a black woman. Dog, if for nothing else, on a PR standpoint, chill. Lady Alabama, I
Why
fuck.
not just change your name like the Lady Ant
Like, or you can keep the name.
or Auntie Lady or
It's a
something like
time period. Look, I'd rather you came up
that. Or just go by Lady.
at the start of
Or
every.
I got one. Go by your names.
It's called Lady Antebellum. At the start of every concert, at the start of every album, to say, hey, look, guys, Antebellum is a time period. We ain't racist. You can say that, and you know what happens? I said it in the last podcast. Y'all don't need to change the name. We said pandering versus progress. That's pandering. You're actually going against progress.
I got a perfect name for them that they could have just.
Please.
That they could have went by.
Please.
Scott, Haywood, and Kelly.
Nope.
Why?
Because that's their name.
Yeah, go by your names.
Here's the problem.
Why?
Will somebody change? Will somebody leave? Like we've had bands on here where the roster didn't change. So yeah, you know what? Lady Antebellum.
Lady Nashville.
I'll take Antebellum. Here's why. Because that. All right. Let me get this straight. Y'all pick Antebellum for a reason.
And on Wikipedia, they're listed as Lady A.
Now, because of this shit. But if y'all said we are Lady Antebellum, cool.
How y'all gonna sue? That's like somebody coming out born in 2020. My name was Natasha in 1984, trying to sue me for the name Natasha. And this has been my name for 36 years.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one right here. This is an extreme example, but I'll give you one. How many Adolfs you know outside of 1943?
I think I had a patient or two named Adolf.
But they were born after 1943, right?
Yeah, they were all.
So since they were born after 1983, now we know an Adolf.
Yeah.
Who got hype. Real hype. You would name that for whatever reason.
That's like, I know Uncle Sam is not a real person.
My name is Sam.
Your name is Sam. It's like,
there you go.
Like, somebody sued you because your parents named you Sam. Like, I can't help what I was named. And you.
So here we go.
Some people choose their name. Some people are.
That proves my point. Even in the last podcast, when I talked about progress versus
pandering.
Here we are. Why are you doing this?
Crazy. It's called white privilege, honey.
So I will say this. Lady A, Lady Antebellum, Scott, Charles, or whatever the fuck you said.
Kelly Haywood and
them.
Scott Haywood and Kelly.
Man, sit your ass down.
I will go with Scott Haywood and Kelly. That's just me.
And the last, sit your ass down.
What your son's stealing? Your son's
Yeah,
stealing?
he is. Yeah, he is.
You're stealing. Did you ask him to
Nope.
go?
Yeah. And the last, sit your ass down. Now, this is my favorite on good and bad reasoning. Kanye West.
Kanye Pepper. Kanye. Why do all old people say, instead of Kanye and Pepper, they all say Kanye?
Alright, Kanye West. I'm just going to walk right past that.
You want to answer that for me?
Nope. Kanye West.
Give me that Kanye.
Kanye West, his sit your ass down is so complex.
Am I going to want to respond to this in any way?
I'm just going to read the offenses. Okay. His sit your ass down is so complex. Wait, you just got to read what happened. Ready? At the start of our break, he announced that he's running for president in 2020 under the new banner, The Birthday Party, with the guidance of Elon Musk and the obscure vice president candidate that he's already chosen. Old girl, I don't know her name, but yeah, that's true. That happened. Second point. He no longer supports President Trump. He's taking a he's taking a red head off within this interview. Unquote. Third point. He's okay with siphoning off the black votes of Democratic nominees, thus helping Trump. Quote, I'm not denying it. I told you to say the black vote is Democrat in the form of racism and white supremacy. End quote. Point 4. Kanye West, fun fact, has never voted in his life. Point 5.
He just registered.
You stay with me. He was sick with COVID-19 in February when he came up with this decision. Point 6. He's suspicious of the coronavirus vaccine. Determined vaccines are the mark of the beast. Point 7. That he believes that Planned Parenthood have never been placed inside the cities where white supremacists to do the devil's work. Point 8. That he envisions a White House organizational model on the secret county of Wakanda in Black Panther. Point 8. 3 days later, after all of this came true, he ended his bid for president. Point 9.
There's more.
2 days later after that, he files with the FEC to be put on the ballot in Oklahoma. Look, guys, this entire topic is a podcast. It is. He did my work for me. Yay, you the greatest. And yay, I love your music. I take that back. Outside of 808s and Heartbreak, then you just went weird.
I liked 808s and Heartbreak. That's like one of my favorite Kanye.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Everything after 808s and Heartbreak went a hard left.
What was that? My Dark Twisted.
Same thing.
No, 808s.
No, my Dark Twisted was that before that?
After.
Whatever.
They said that song with that weird piano.
I'll sacrifice the album. Yay. I just read quotes. I've given no opinions. I've given quotes. I want to delve into this, but me, the crew, my man Z.I. ain't got the time to sit down and break.
By the way.
I know. If you're listening to this got to be day 2, right?
Maybe.
Right? Kanye West, sit your ass down.
Oh God, Kanye.
You know he's gonna be in the 2020
Follow
Sit Your
me
Ass
on
Down
Facebook.
of the
I
year.
made a post. That said,
It's a lot.
Don't let Kanye distract y'all.
Nah, Kanye.
Because I think it's just a plan to split the black vote. Because
Kanye go
black
Kanye.
people can be we can be a bit gullible. On the last election, some of us voted for Hennessy, and they wrote Obama in again. They did all types of things. So it's just a way to introduce create more divisiveness. So.
All right, I can't. Kanye, sit your ass down.